Oh, look at the little kiss on his cheek.
Where's Diane? And what are you doing here?
I was going to ask you the same thing.
Well, let's just say I have my reasons, you know, private reasons. I don't really have to tell you, do I?
Actually, you do. Diane just died a moment ago.
What?
There goes your affair, pal.
You're not just a key witness now. You're now a suspect.
He was here for the murder.
Exactly what you were doing.
Literally, like, in the same room as it happened.
Yep.
I just came here to talk with Diane. To have a conversation.
And to get
Suppose
fucked.
the kiss mark on your cheek is from your conversation.
This was just a spur of the moment thing.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
Exactly what killed Diane.
Okay. I came here to be with Diane. You happy now?
No.
We've been together before, a couple times. It's one of the reasons why I like coming to this town, see?
To get your hole.
This time is no different. I bumped into her in a bar in Seattle. I had some holiday coming up. Well, so I just took it and I drove her back here. I have a wife, you know, but we've been separated.
The plot thickens, Paul.
Right now, and I don't want her lawyer finding out.
Yeah, stare him out of it. Call him a prick.
Anyway, how could I kill Diane if I was in a room locked from the outside?
Good question.
2 hours ago, me and Diane, we were taking it easy, drinking upstairs. We were
God, that's an image.
enjoying ourselves. Then
Yep.
Nick had to show up.
Aha! Right.
Well, then Diane had a sudden change of heart. She locked me up in here. I've just been here, waiting for her to come back, of course, but she didn't. I heard footsteps a couple of times, but they just passed by.
Right.
Well, then I couldn't wait anymore, so I let Willie here out through the window.
How?
Then you showed up.
How did he climb
instead of
down?
Diane.
What window?
Yeah.
You mean the window in the room you were locked in? Oh.
Yeah.
Zach, Diane has become the third victim of our killer.
What a strange course of
None from
events.
questioning Nick. Nothing. Got no new leads from questioning Nick. He's taken the death of Diane really badly. In shock, the works. He claims to have liked talking with her about art. But he also had a problem with her views about men. He says that they argued, but not at a level...
Am I
that
to
leads
reason
murder.
that, am I here to believe that they
were
don't
about
think
to
that Nick
head
was the
out to
Raincoat
bar
Killer?
again together.
He literally was
While he
here.
was waiting for
You
Diane,
found him laughing as he
someone
fucking...
cold.
Some
He
knocked
has
him
no
out cold,
idea
right?
who it was either. Of course, Kaysen looks like a prime suspect, but that door was locked from the outside. There was no other way in or out of that room, which means there is no evidence of his involvement at this time.
He must have got the dog out from where the trapdoor was.
Mm.
The footsteps he heard outside the room were not heels, but a man's boots. And Nick was wearing boots. But now that Diane's dead, no one can back up Nick's statement. Which is why we have Nick in custody and have to let Kaysen go free. That seemed like the only option, at least for now.
One more thing, Zach. George looked terribly depressed. I guess this case is really getting to him.
He's taken to the boot. He's
He's
taken to the booze.
responsible for the deaths of Becky and Diane. Take his rules and confidence away from him? I wonder what's left. Well, of course, he'd still have muscle.
Right.
So that was just a hell of a lot.
Yeah. Very strange. Very strange. What's your thoughts on that, Paul?
Nick and Kaysen are sus as hell.
Like, that does, yeah, in fairness, they are. But what I find very strange about that was that, like, they're kind of hand-waving the whole Nick stuff away. In a sense where, like, okay, maybe he wasn't dressed as the Raincoat Killer, but he was still there when it happened. Like, he was in the room. He was, and Kaysen has backed it up. Or at least Diane has backed it up by saying Nick is coming here. So either she mistook this Raincoat Killer for Nick, and Nick just happened to be on the scene as it happens, or he is the killer and is bullshitting us.
Yeah.
Like, it's definitely not Kaysen, because Kaysen cannot possibly be the Raincoat Killer. He's that fat. Unless he's been wearing a bodysuit this whole time. Well, let's see what the post-mortem is for this, if you pardon the pun. What's next? Oh, a brown bullhead catfish. That's what's next, apparently.
A moderate amount of hunger.
Moderate amount of hunger.
Moderate.
Not too much now, just a little bit. And green tomatoes as well, for good measure.
Get your greens in there somewhere.
A balanced diet.
Zach, let's get back to the hotel. First Anna, then Becky, now Diane. I'm not looking forward to writing this investigation report.
Agent Morgan. York. Do you have a moment?
That's the first time he's called us
What
York.
is it, George?
There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Do you have any time later?
Can't we just do it here?
If possible, I'd like to go to a bar. Of course, we don't really have to.
A bar? Now that sounds like a good idea. Zach, what do you think? We can go drinking with George, or turn him down and head back to the hotel.
Ah, come on, let's go for a drink.
No, we don't.
Let's fucking have a pint. Come on, we're Irish. We have to do it.
George, that scar on your
We're
cheek.
still on episode 2. Fucking
How
hell.
did you get it?
Jesus!
This. Didn't I tell you? Well, it's not from work.
We are really,
I got it
like,
when
this
I was a
the
kid.
personal space here,
Childhood
lads.
injury. Tree climbing?
It's like, George, where did you get
I
that
used to
scar?
get a few scrapes
It's just
myself
so
climbing the
close.
big tree in our backyard.
takes-
They're trying to have a discreet conversation.
Yes.
And fall out of it a lot.
Also, like, this ties into some nice
So
bars.
anything like that.
Yeah. This is
my
actually
mom.
Thomas's bar.
She did it.
That's Carol playing in the background.
I'm sorry, George.
Don't worry. It's ancient history. The world is flooded with unreasonable violence. The strong overpower the weak, adults over children, men over women, and criminals over their victims.
That is social commentary.
I have no memories of my father. He left before I knew him.
My mother left before I was
My
born.
mother would hit me every time I asked why. And it didn't
His
stop.
mother's how he got the scar, by the way.
If I ate too slow, left my shoes scattered around, TV volume too loud, she found reasons to hit me. Hit me bad. The worst was what she called the tree punishment. She'd whip my back with these thin tree branches like a whip.
So that's where he gets his sadomasochism from.
Yeesh. His dad stuck his dick in crazy and got the fuck out.
The worst.
Pretty much.
Just hearing those words used to make me shiver and want to pass out. And that's why I didn't want to show you those scars on my back. Every time after the tree punishment, she'd always say the same thing. This is hurting the tree more than it is hurting you.
She seems like a massive cunt.
Being a naive, dumb
Yep.
kid,
She's hopefully dead now.
I went to the woods to apologize to the trees.
Is it any surprise he ended up being a sheriff? Probably arrested his own mother.
I didn't think he
Keep
arrested
asking
her.
myself,
I think she
why
resisted
is she
arrest.
this way?
Probably.
I thought long
16
ago,
warning shots in the head.
just figured
Like a full
I'm
clip,
weaker than her.
tactical reload, mag dump.
She had a gun. You can't prove otherwise. She definitely had a gun.
The strong eat the weak.
I mean, it like,
But now,
it's the gun I gave her as a gift. It
Yes.
didn't work,
Didn't work. Well, you know.
but you know, it looked like it worked.
Perhaps I should thank my mother for guiding me into York. York. I've been an arrogant fool, haven't I? And if it weren't for me, both Becky and Diane would still be alive.
I'm glad he's recognised that now.
I
Yep.
could have saved them both. You know, it's almost like they died because of me.
That is correct.
I invited you to this bar for a drink. But I guess this bar is my confession chamber. And I wanted you to listen. And to tell you, well, you must already hate me for causing all these problems and not following your orders. York, I'm sorry. I'll follow your orders from now on. You'll have my total cooperation.
That tells me he's not able to hack this
You've been
anymore.
as cooperative as you can be.
Yeah.
You were
He
invited
he
into
generally
the
can't
last
deal with the
of
fact there's been 3 murders in this town.
You've done a good job protecting this town. And the folks here respect you for that. Nobody can blame you for anything.
They probably
Thanks.
can.
You probably can, yeah.
I do feel a little better.
It's like, okay, the first time, yeah, that was a bit important. The second time, you were
Not
doing
really-
okay
not really his fault.
up until Nick fucking bumped you.
Yeah, that wasn't his fault. That was just Nick being an
Since we're
asshole.
here, why don't you talk to a few other people? I'll just finish off my drink. Let me know before you leave, okay?
So this is actually the bar that Thomas Litt works at, and this is, as you can see, this is Carol. So I've been here before, but you haven't seen this yourself. So now let's talk to Carol.
So Carol is the...
Is Thomas's sister?
She works at the diner, doesn't she?
She doesn't. No.
Hey, Carol. Becky is dead. Diane, too.
Now you'll notice
Because Nick
from
in
the
custody
opening
is a
cutscene,
suspect.
she's the only girl left alive now out of those
Nick
4.
didn't do it.
I know. Carol, you took a locket from Diane, didn't you? A locket with this mark on it.
Anti-peace sign.
I'm busy, gotta go.
She's dodging the question.
And he's just smirking there.
Interesting. Interesting that she dodged the question on us completely. I don't know who's like playing the piano, but he looks like a zombified Kiefer Sutherland.
Huh. He has very black eyes.
Doesn't
in
he?
no place.
Just little panda eyes.
Yeah.
This is a nice little epilogue to the episode we've had, isn't it?
Yeah.
But they are rapidly going through through murder victims very quickly. Like we've had 2 dead in this episode.
She's blonde and wearing red.
Yeah. And the red the feather boa is the same kind of look as the red seeds, the
Yeah.
vines. Like I said, this game knows what it's doing when it comes to imagery. Everything is connected. In a very kind of David Lynch style play where like everything is interconnected. Like there's a reason why the imagery is this way. Like this game has kind of had the kind of cult classic label on it for a long time, and I can see why. There's a lot of really nice touches to this game.
Yeah.
Like it even plays out like a TV series. It has natural ebbs and flows to how it plays. You know, like you can see the guy who was like doing it really just genuinely fucking loved Twin Peaks and just wanted to remake it. Like that's all he was doing here.
Jeez, the panda eyes.
That guy is fucking That guy hasn't slept in 3 years.
Is that the graveyard keeper?
It fucking could be, you know. No, it fades off to the red. That was a Twin Peaks reference. Red curtains. I like that. Now, is there anyone else around? I wonder. We can try and talk to Carol again, I guess, but I don't think she's gonna be much help. There's the. Nope, apparently not. That is him. It's not Brian anyway.
Oh.
I don't think the Cowboys are here anyway. Oh wait, yeah, look, that's him there. Oh, there's just 2 of them. Okay, that's somehow weirder.
Yep.
Right, we have to be able to talk to Carol again. Carol is adamant about Nick's innocence. I would beg to differ. Oh, hello. We're backstage. I think this is Carol's like little fucking cool down room.
Like, this small town has just so much, like...
Decadence.
I wouldn't even say that, like... high-end buildings and interior design.
I mean, you're not wrong there, in a
like,
sense.
the museum is taken, like, something out of, like, the high end of French or, like...
Yeah. And this looks like a really lovely bar. Like, this, like, reminds me of a few places in town. Like genuinely nice places, too. Not to say, like, that fucking, like...
Like, there's even a rose on the stage, you know, like, if you look at the stage, there's art on the stage itself.
Yeah. I can see there, yeah. Like I said, it's a genuine, like, proper setup, like, you know? Anyway, let's go.
It's a huge room, too.
It's massive, yeah. Fucking massive.
In Dublin, this would be like a fucking rave.
Yes.
Sorry to keep you waiting, boys.
Zach, Emily is already a goddess of the forest.
That's murder victims.
Yes, that you shouldn't be saying those things.
Let's forget work for a bit and drink a little, shall we?
Huh.
York? Why is she here?
I just thought the more the merrier. You know, to relax and get loose. Is this
You didn't have to make her wear a dress, did you?
Pardon me, Emily, but I'm pooped. I think I'll just call it a night.
George, I just got here and you're walking out on me?
It's not my fault you spent an hour getting ready.
Yeah.